Hey guys, hello there, meet everybody, it's MicheleMarieDalene. Yes, I'm at the soup kitchen like usual, and it's not too bad an idea I was thinking about, which isn't really so new, but actually it's an idea that's being done and explored in many countries in the world today, and at least one state in the United States as well. Here's the idea. Okay, now I don't have any nomenclature for this, so I'm going to show you the idea using my T-Mobile refill system. Okay, now except here's the difference. We're not talking about phone, we're talking about electricity. You can buy, in some states, prepaid electricity cards. You can actually refill your meter just like you would your cell phone. Okay, so you could buy electricity like in either pre-assigned values, like, so many kilowatts for a certain price, or you could buy, choose the amount you want, and then automatically put that into your meter, and then it automatically will let you use that up to that electricity, and then, like, when you, down to, a couple dollars, so it'll send you a warning, either a text message, for example, or obviously if you have a meter terminal in your home, it will show you your remaining balance that you can use, so you can pay off or add more minutes of electricity to it. So what the idea is pretty simple, really. It also solves a lot of complications for landlords, especially when tenants move out and they forget to turn off the electric meter when they move out. So the electric doesn't get turned off, and then of course the next tenant moves in, and of course they don't see that they have to pay for electricity, so they don't bother to call the electric company and transfer it over to their name. Then the prior tenant gets soaked in the new tenant's electric bill. That kind of sucks, right? So the whole idea is that, just like if I have a prepaid cell phone, right? I buy, let's say, for example, using the values in this card, let's say I buy $100 of electricity. Now let's just say $100 of electricity is equal to about 700 kilowatt hours. So I buy 700 kilowatt hours at the beginning of the month when I get paid, right? On the 3rd. Now, I use that until, until it runs out or hits zero, or if I need to add more, I just go down to Cumberland Farms, give them tell them I want to buy another $100 of electricity refill, or 50 or 25 or 10, and then they just go ahead and give me a PIN code. Then I go home, punch into the electric meter terminal, and boom, you refilled, and you added more kilowatt hours to your meter. It simplifies things for both the landlord and the utility company. The meter will take care of all the calculations and disconnects. So if when your balance hits zero, the meter cuts the circuit, no power. You just go, if you need any power, just go to Cumberland Farms or whoever sells electricity cards, refills, and you just go ahead and buy another refill. Simplifies things because there's no credit check, there's no security deposit, and for people like me on fixed income, we can buy the amount of electricity that we need. Because here's the deal. Every screw is always coming up with ways to screw me, and I don't mean in a nice way. I've been checking the electric rate that they're charging me. I made a simple, quick mathematical calculation based on taking the total price of the bill and for the month and dividing it by the kilowatt hours. And I came up with 22.4 cents per kilowatt hour each month. That's a lot of electricity price for 1 kilowatt. Now, to understand what a kilowatt hour is, it's 1,000 watts per hour. But what if so that means that 100 or 1,000 watt heater is going to draw 22.4 cents per kilowatt hour every hour it's on. So, easy on the hair dryer, guys. Even though it's only on for a short time, it adds it quickly. And then, of course, one of the things is that this system of refills will do is it also encourages people to be more energy saving. Let's put it this way. I got a prepaid cell phone plan with T-Mobile, okay? And I buy refills for my phone like this, okay? And the funny thing it does is it helps me to kind of watch my P's and Q's before I'm calling people on my cell phone. If I can wait till I get home on a home phone, which is postpaid, I can go ahead and make a phone call on my home phone for free. If I really can't wait, say for example, I'm waiting for somebody to pick me up and I'm outside and it's cold, then I call from my cell phone. But if I can call from my home phone, I'll do that instead. I'm not heavily into the cell phone like some of these people are. I mean, there are people in this area that are really cell phone crazy. I mean, they'll go ahead and they have games and they have messages and stuff like that. And they're to Facebook and their Twitter and their Skype and their Hulu and their Netflix and their I got Hulu and Netflix too, but I'm talking about they're using it on the cell phone networks. And they must be entertained 24/7. And so that they are so interconnected into the network that they kind of forget that there's my generation. I hate that term. Sorry guys, I really have to be honest and say it. My generation. I am a Generation X, technically. Okay, so I am an older generation. But still, I really do not want to keep forking out my butt all this money for a cell phone plan if I have a home phone. Now you're going to say is, why don't you get rid of the home phone? The same reason why I don't have a lot of other things, because the cell phone is great for convenience, but my home phone gives me security and a guaranteed connection to the telephone system that always works. As long as the phone wires to the central office are connected, as long as the central office has power, I have phone service, at least on the local level. There's a very different situation when you are using a cell phone, because you're at the mercy of the atmosphere and signal propagation and all that. So what happens if the network gets jammed up? Well, then you're going to want to wish you had a house phone. But anyway, that's not the whole point of this video. The whole point of this video is to talk about how if we had, like they do it in the UK, like they're doing in the Philippines, and some other countries, and in the state of Texas, where you can buy a prepaid electric plan. You can buy the electricity that you need up front. You know what the price is. You see, you just take care of it, load up the electric kilowatt hours you need. You know, especially if it's the summer, you're going to use more than you are in the winter. So you can save up ahead of time and let your unused kilowatt hours roll over to the next cycle or the next time you refill. So you keep your running balance. Well, that's cool, because that means that maybe 1 month, if you say put $1,000 worth of kilowatt hours on the meter, let me start talking about for a bigger place, like a big house. Why not? For my case, that'd be like almost a whole year's worth of electricity. So if I put $1,000 worth of electricity on the meter, say I got lucky and I got a Christmas present from a family member or something like that, which is slim to none, but that's not the point. Then as long as I have a running balance in the meter will never turn me off. Yeah. See? So like, let's say for example, let's say my electric meter is near empty, and I only have enough money to put, say, $50 on, which might be only, say, in this case, about 5 cents a kilowatt hour, or, you know, about 500 kilowatt hours. Then, obviously, if the 500 kilowatt hours is up, the meter goes off. Right now, it's so warm, it's so cold outside. I could put my milk and coffee outside and it would still be good. Seriously, it wouldn't be such a problem. Would the Connecticut Department of Public Utility Control go for that? I don't know. Why wouldn't they? I mean, in one sense, they can. It gives the customer the freedom of saying, "This is I don't want to buy more electricity than I'm going to use." And I can also say, "I can only afford to buy so much." They can still work with the energy assistance programs because the energy assistance, which delivers energy credits, would go right to the customer. The customer would be given their PIN code. They would go ahead and put the PIN code into their meter and be all set to go for the refill allotment from the energy assistance program. So that would work out pretty good for everybody. And then, of course, if you have your electric meter was connected to the internet through either GSM or CDMA, there go even a better deal. Now, the electric company can actually allow you to use your cell phone instead of having a hardwired terminal in your home. You use your cell phone, if you have one, to actually manage your account. In other words, you would go ahead, you could refill, and you could also even do a disconnect and transfer that balance into a leftover balance if you're disconnecting into a check. Or they can meet the balance or convert it into a transfer over to a new account. Let's say you're moving to another place with a new prepaid meter from the same provider. Then that means that your new place will have electricity, and then you don't have to worry about talking to a human being at all to disconnect. Problem solved. Works great for cell phones. I mean, seriously, I haven't bought any cell phone minutes this month. I want to, but I haven't really bought anything yet. So we'll see what happens. But the other thing, too, with this whole idea of this electricity buying and selling by using a meter like that is that you don't have to worry about credit checks. You don't have to worry about theft. You don't have to worry about somebody forgetting to turn the electric service off when you move into the apartment. Because if they did forget to turn the electric service off and there's money in the meter, all you have to do is just go ahead and just add to it. Add to the balance for yourself if there isn't much left. So you just keep running the balance, which means for the electric company there's less need to send out people to disconnect service and reconnect service. It's all done electronically by remote control. They don't even have to have anybody there. They already have that remote switching now for the major through SCADA, which is a means how they control the high voltage transmission lines and gas service lines at the poles and the natural gas distribution points. The same system can be used for natural gas service. You could buy, cars, the same thing like they do in England, for a certain number of cubic feet of natural gas, and it's the same thing. Give it ready balance and the gas bill, and boom, you're all set. Solves a lot of problems for everybody. It may add some problems, but here's another thing that actually works out great too. You can have resellers that resell these cards, like Cumberland Farms, Walgreens, Extra Mart, of course the electric company itself, the gas company itself, yeah. It's like T-Mobile. I can get my refills at Walgreens, Cumberland Farms, whatever, CVS. I don't have to worry about buying it from only one place unless I want to. That solves me a lot of headaches and gives me the flexibility to top up the phone whatever way I want. Now, by the way, speaking of phone, I want to talk to you about something I just been doing some research into, and I know it sounds great, I'm gonna be honest, it is great, but be careful of this, boys and girls, because this is true. There are some unscrupulous people on the internet, especially on eBay. It will offer you prepaid refills for your phones. Maybe for Page Plus, Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, AT&T Go Phone. that are actually stolen refills. In other words, what they did was they bought a card using a stolen credit card is one way to do it. And then they go ahead and they buy as many of those cards as they can, and then they sell the cards on eBay because they didn't pay nothing for it. So they could sell a $100 card for, say, $40 or $50. They're using their stolen credit card that they got to buy the airtime. Or sometimes they'll steal the cards right out front, right from the store. Okay? Employees sometimes do this, but even sometimes shoplifters will do that. Here's how that works. T-Mobile used to have little scratch-off cards that you used to be able to pick up as on the pegboard. You could just go ahead and buy one, and then you pay for it at the register. Well, they usually fit in your pocket too, so clearly, go ahead and swipe a couple of them at a time, right? And then you can go ahead and sell them on eBay. By the time the store knows that they're stolen, the numbers have already been activated. Well, that case is kind of bad for you, because if that's the case, that means that you are at the risk of losing your service because of a stolen card. Now, I got a good deal on eBay, which I saw, which looks really tempting, mind you, but it's the same thing, okay? There's, how can I be sure that the $60 refill for $30 is not a hot steal? If it is a hot steal, then I'm going to basically be risking my phone service to some unscrupulous person. But there is another more legitimate deal. Some people will get a phone, okay, and like the T-Mobile prepaid phones use a T-Mobile postpaid service. In that case, it comes with a $40 refill card on it. Now, you're not using that card. It's just basically as a $40 card. So you go ahead and you buy the phone, and then you don't need the card. So you sell the refill pin on eBay for $40 for, say, for $20. Then you can. That's not illegal. That's legal. That's actually reselling what you're not using. Okay? No problem there. I mean, it's kind of a gray area, but the heck with it. I'll use this example. T-Mobile is not likely to get upset with you because you're not stealing service, okay? Somebody bought the legitimate phone off the display and comes with a $40 refill they don't need. So they go ahead and they sell you the refill that you're not using, which is not used, and you're all set. Well, yeah, okay. Now, that's one of the reasons why T-Mobile is done with something similar to this. In the back of this nice little, this just is a piece of paper. It's not even actually a pin on it. Okay, so it's just this. And then on the back of this is a place for the cashier to scan one of the 4 values of refills I want. Okay, either 10 to 50 to 100. Okay, so also I wanted to explain another thing to you too about this refill, because I just found this out and I just confirmed this with T-Mobile. This is also compatible for your hotspot. Okay, let me explain how that works. It's the same as with the phone. Okay, your hotspot has a virtual phone number and it has a PIN. So in my case, if I wanted to buy $25 worth of airtime, I bring this card into Cumberland Farms. They scan the $25 spot into the computer with the card one. Beep. Okay, it prints me out a PIN. I go home. I go into the mim.tmobile.com. Okay, I enter my username, my password. If I've already got the hotspot on, and then I could just go ahead and just go straight through without the username and password, because it recognizes it's my hotspot. Then I go ahead and I enter in the PIN and that they give me, and the my password code, which is already something I already signed up with T-Mobile from the beginning. That means that now I can go ahead and refill my plan for $25. which means I can reactivate my hotspot device as well. That's what I'm going to be doing in the near future. I'm going to try it anyway, because I don't want to have to keep using a recurring credit card, because I can't guarantee I'm always going to have money. Sometimes I don't have money. And because of that reason, I have to watch my budget. And right now, for the next few months, we're going to have a hard enough time just making a deal with all the last funds. And also, I need a plan for that. Say that something is going to go bump in the night, and next thing you know, when I find out that something doesn't get paid either because of accidental oversight or because there isn't enough money. So I hate to say it, guys, but cell phone plans are not exactly in a high priority for me right now. I gotta worry about making sure that I have food on the table and that the cats are fed and things like that. So yeah, I definitely would like to consider refilling my phone, because sometimes I do need to use it out there in the field, and it's easier to have a working phone than not to have a working phone. But that's I've learned to live without it, so I don't think it's quite as big of a deal for me about the phone bill. All right, guys, look. It's getting late. My hands getting tired, and we talked quite a while, and we will be talking more in the near future at the house. And yes, my right eye is, I have to be honest, it's not always consistent. I really wish I could give you a definitive answer and say it was ever going to get perfect, because it's not. It's holding its own, but that's it. That's all it's doing. Right now, they're setting up the Christmas tree next to me. See? So, yep. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas already. Oh yes, by the way, the Thanksgiving Christmas dinner here at the Soup Kitchen will be on the 22nd of the month of December, which happens to be Yule this year. So I will do my Yule convocation as usual at 7 p.m. Eastern time at home, and then hopefully I will be here the next day in my season regalia, and you will see me here at the Soup Kitchen. And then we will have I don't know, I'm gonna give a short little holiday message, and then that'll be it for this year. But I also want to let you know that it looks like we're beginning to see the cold temperatures that I've been wanting to see for a while, but we still are a little short on the snowflakes here in the Northeast. So, since I have no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, okay? I really would like to see some. I mean, to start with a little bit, maybe 3 centimeters of snow wouldn't hurt. It's not bad. It's gonna give you that nice white frosting look, and it's gonna make things look pretty. And it's not so heavy that it's going to mess up the works for a lot of people. I know Chicago is getting a good snowfall. You lucky shit. But unfortunately, they got a lake effect snow going for them, so that makes it harder too. But anyway, that's another story. We'll talk more about that when I get home. And Dory and I did do a video for her channel. I have to finish editing that down, because there's a couple of things that we gotta take out, which were not intended, but look, the phone rang right in the middle of our video that had nothing to do with the video, so we need to take that out. Alright guys, talk to you later. Bye bye.